Hey, what's up there, brochachos? That is my new word that I have heard all weekend from my daughter, Iris, who you can hear in the hallway. So anyway, I'm running way late tonight because at 5:30 we planned on getting on here, and we were driving back from our family weekend getaway in Durango, Colorado, and now we're back in Manitou Springs. And so apologize for running a bit behind here, but I didn't want to risk doing a lousy job tonight with the topic that I have, because my topic is very near and dear to my heart. So I'm just pulling up. All right, looks like we're broadcasting. We're live. I just want to make sure that I'm happening. I'm going to go ahead and delete that other version of this that we had earlier. But so yeah, brochacho is my new word. Okay, so I'm officially a brochacho according to my daughter, and that's all good. So check it out. Like I said, we just came back from family getaway. My wife and 3 kids and I went away to Durango. It's about 5 hours away, and we spent. We left Thursday night, got there late Thursday night, and spent Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then part of today, Jeep tours and hiking and just cool stuff. So we had a blast. It was great being away. And so, but it's even better right now to be back here with you all to talk about some things here tonight. So the title of this tonight is 3 reasons why Gary V, that is Gary Vaynerchuk, should come on my podcast and be a guest in the very, 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 very near future. Okay. So those of you that didn't know that I have a podcast, it's called the Strongpreneur Podcast. And you could go to iTunes, you can Google Tom Reber Podcast, Strongpreneur Podcast, and that is where we build uncommon contractors. And our goal there is to change basically the DNA of the contracting world and help contractors like you and me grow stronger businesses, have better lives, and all that cool, groovy, fun stuff. All right, so real quick, for those of you that don't know that are watching this, might be wondering who's this Gary V guy. All right, so Gary V, the quick version, is he's a speaker and he's an author. He's a consultant. He's a social media guy, runs an agency. He built his dad's liquor store from like $3 million to $30 or $40 million in just a few years by using social media and the internet and a thing called Wine Library TV, where he started just like we're starting here, shooting videos that really nobody watched. And so if I come over here, Gary's latest book is called Ask Gary V, and I highly recommend picking it up. I listened to the show, I watched the show, and it's cool being able to flip through the book. So that's his latest book there that we'll put up here. Gary's, one of his big goals in life is to one day own the New York Jets. So hopefully in the not too near future or far off future, whatever I'm trying to say, that goal will be a reality. So Gary, check it out. If you're watching this, first of all, thanks for giving me 1 second of your time. I appreciate it. But I have 3 compelling reasons why I think it would be worth your time to be a guest on the Strongpreneur Podcast. And I'm going to keep asking. So obviously, if you've been over on Instagram, you can go over there and type in the hashtag #TheDailyAsk. And that's every day I'm asking you, Gary, to come out and be a guest on my podcast. So reason number one, let's just cut to the chase here because it's late on a Monday night. Reason number 1 that Gary V should come on the Strongpreneur Podcast is because self-awareness / business awareness. Now, Gary, I know you speak a lot about being self-aware, and it's the greatest superpower that somebody can have. Truly knowing yourself and being aware and being humble enough to know yourself and make those changes needed so that you become the type of person that you want to be. I would add on to that, a reason that you should come on is to help the business awareness of the contracting world. See, my why is to change the DNA of the contracting world. What they need is more business awareness. That's the numbers. That's marketing. That's how to be a salesperson. It's being a better leader. So Gary, come on the show and let's change these guys' lives by helping increase their business awareness, their business IQ. And again, it does start with that self-awareness and understanding who you are, where you want to go, and what your business is, what it's not. But a huge benefit to you coming on the show is going to be helping to raise that business IQ, the business awareness of the average contractor. Okay? That's a huge reason. Reason number 2, that's not 4, even though that's 2 plus 2, it's number 2. Reason is I would like to talk to you about how you would marry a couple different things and make sense of a couple different things that I don't want to go as far as say they're unique only to contractors, but I just see it the most because I work with contractors. How you would marry the online and the offline worlds, okay, is part 1 of this reason number 2. I personally believe that the best way that a contractor can market himself or herself is to get involved in their local community and be a giver and network and make sure that people know who you are, right? But we also have this online world where we need to be found on Google, and a lot of contractors are wasting sick amounts of money, Gary, shit tons of money on Google and AdWords and crap that doesn't work. And I would love to hear your take on how you would balance your time, your resources between the online and the offline world if you were a contractor. Part 2 of reason number 2 is also how you would handle the balance between running the marathon of telling your story over time. I mean, Gary, you shot 1,000 Wine Library TV episodes, and the first 600 or 500 or whatever it was, nobody even knew who you are. You were running the marathon, you were hustling. And so what's the balance between that? How do you make sense of that? And the fact that I just need the damn phone to ring today, right now in my contracting business. So that's reason number 2. I would love to just pick your brain for a few minutes on that and hear your thoughts. I have a sneeze that may or may not be coming right now. All right, so reason number 3. All right, Gary, this is the one, man. All right, if there were ever a reason, I thought about this, I took notes and everything. If there were ever a reason that Gary V would come on this show, I'm talking to you, Gary, right now, it's this. Contractors hustle. They hustle. They bust their asses. Day in, day out, they're busting it. All right? Listen, they're out early. They're busting their tail, busting their, out on the job site. Gary, they play many different roles in the game. A lot of different positions on this team. They're the craftsman. They're the salesperson. They're the marketer. They're training people. They're the HR department and a bunch of other stuff. And then they come home, choke down some dinner, maybe spend some time with the family, which we need to fix because they need to make more money, but that's a whole nother discussion. And then they hustle some more until the late hours. And this is a crazy mental and physical game that the average contractor needs to play. And it takes some serious hustle. And Gary, I know you have respect for that. Hey, one of the other roles that I jotted down that I didn't mention, all right, is that contractors have to be a frickin' shrink half the time too. Because not only are we doing all that stuff and juggling that, but we got to deal with batshit customers, crazy customers from time to time, employees that are total morons, and everything in between. And we have to balance that like no other industry I've seen than the home improvement contractors. All right, so Gary, they hustle. Come hustle with me. Let's spend 30 minutes together and help change some lives in the contracting world. All right, but check this out. I have a bonus reason, number 4. I actually have a bonus, Gary. All right, and here it is. It's real simple. If you come on the Strongpreneur podcast, you're going to be in the ears. These things right here, these little earbuds, right? There's going to be thousands of men and women that are owners or employees, foremen, salespeople, marketing people in contracting companies. They're going to be driving around and they're going to have you in their ear. And the cool thing here, and this might be the best reason of all, is you can have a huge impact literally today, immediately in the life of a contractor. Okay, in their life, in their business, they can have a huge win because Here's what's cool about the contractor world. By just a slight move of the needle, Gary, it can mean big bucks in somebody's life. Big impact, less stress at home. And I'm asking you to come be part of that with me. All right, I've been drinking your Kool-Aid for a while, been telling all my buddies about you, and I know you don't owe me a damn thing, and that's totally cool. But I want you to come on the show so we can move that needle just a little bit and change some lives. So that's my bonus number 4. Here's my other offer to you, Gary. You name the time, and my D-Rock, see, for those of you who don't watch him, D-Rock is Gary's guy that videos him and follows him around. Well, I have my own D-Rock. His name's Dakota. He's my son, and he's following me around, and he's working for me now. Gary, you name the time when you got a 30 to 45 minute window of time, and we will fly wherever we need to go, preferably the United States. But we will fly there, and we'll set up my Mac, and I'll even bring my trusty ball, my blue ball, okay? And we'll plug it in, and we'll have a conversation, and we'll add tons and tons of value to thousands of contractors around the country, and we will change their lives immediately. And if you have time, dinner's on me. All right. Gary, I think I've given you three and a bonus compelling reasons of why it would make sense for you to be a guest on the Strongpreneur podcast. And check it out. I got nothing but time. Wasn't Henry Rollins said there ain't no this time, that time, all you got is lifetime, so go. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going. So I'm going to just keep asking. It's the daily ask. And Gary, one of these days, you're going to cave, all right? And you're going to come on the show, and it's going to be kick-ass because we're going to help a lot of people. All right, so with that, I appreciate all of you who are not Gary V, who are watching this right now. And I'm going to ask you to do 2 things. Number 1 is share this video and tag Mr. Gary V. All right, because Gary, I want to make sure you see this thing. Share it, and let's make some noise in the contracting world, all right, and get Gary on the Strongpreneur podcast. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I'd love for you to go to iTunes and give me a rating. Okay, if it sucks, tell me, and if it's great, tell the world. Okay, but the way that we're going to have more of an impact is by getting the word out that there is a podcast and there's this Reber Live stuff that we do here that is specifically to help contractors, okay, make more money, get back their time, and enjoy their businesses again. And when we do that, y'all, we're going to have a freaking really good time in this trade, in your trade, in the home improvement industry, because we got a lot of great people here doing a lot of great things, and it's a pretty special community. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Gary, if you hung out this long, thank you. You can hit me up at tom@motorhard.com or just go to motorhard.com, and I would love to have a quick conversation with whoever I got to talk to about me and my Dakota guy flying out there, setting our stuff up. Whatever's good for you. You got a 30 to 45 minute window of time. We would love to spend a little bit of time with you. Pick your brain and help the contractors of the world. We will see you guys next Monday night, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hasta la pasta. We will see you guys next time on Reber Live.